Gold has been on an absolute tear recently. Over the past year, it's up 45%, closing in on $3,000 per ounce. If you sum up all the gold in circulation, it's valued at around $20 trillion, an incredible amount of wealth stored in a yellow rock. Historically, gold has served as a form of money and long-term savings. Many see it as a global, geopolitically neutral, scarce asset with no counterparty risk, a hedge against inflation and monetary debasement. And for most of history, that view has been accurate. Before Bitcoin, if you were concerned about excessive monetary debasement, you needed an asset that was scarce, bearer-owned, and had no counterparty risk. Gold fit the bill. But now Bitcoin exists. And with it, the bull case for gold is far less clear. In the short term, investors with deep capital pools may still buy gold based on legacy narratives. Likewise, nation states and central banks, thinking in terms of monetary history, might hesitate to embrace a new global neutral asset as a long-term store of value. That hesitation could explain why some governments are potentially still quietly accumulating gold. Yet, if you look at ETF inflows over the past year, Bitcoin ETFs have absolutely crushed gold ETFs. Gold's market cap has surged by trillions, but this isn't driven by retail investors buying ETFs. It's likely a combination of institutions, physical buyers, or central banks and nation states accumulating physical gold. More broadly, assets like gold and Bitcoin go through phases where supply gets tight, demand stays constant, and sellers only appear at higher prices. That's likely what's happening with gold now. Meanwhile, Bitcoin is just 16 years old and has already reached a $2 trillion market cap, still 10 times smaller than gold. Simply reaching gold parity would mean another 10x increase, around $1 million per coin. And when you strip away historical biases and objectively compare their monetary properties, it becomes clear. Bitcoin isn't just an alternative to gold, it's vastly superior. Bitcoin is perfectly scarce. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. Gold's supply, on the other hand, continues growing at about 2% annually. And that's assuming no major technological breakthrough that increases extraction. The 2% annual growth compounds indefinitely. Bitcoin is also more portable. It can be teleported over the internet at the speed of light. Gold, by contrast, requires physical transport and, as a result, tends to centralize in a few vaults worldwide. Bitcoin is held by millions of unique private keys across the entire planet. Beyond that, Bitcoin is more durable and fungible. It is pure information. It can last forever and exist in multiple places simultaneously. Gold, while durable, is still a physical commodity. Bitcoin is also far more auditable. Gold reserves require physical audits, which are infrequent and difficult. Fort Knox has been audited in over 50 years. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is easy to audit. Anyone can verify its entire supply with a $50 computer. Exchanges, custodians, and even nation states can publish proof of reserves for full transparency. Smaller, forward-thinking nations like El Salvador have already recognized Bitcoin's superior monetary properties and are taking action. But the United States and other major Western nations may not be far behind. For instance, U.S. Senator Cynthia Lummis has proposed the Bitcoin Act, which aims to establish a U.S. strategic Bitcoin reserve. In fact, I'll be discussing this later today in an online event with her team, Preston Pish and Matthew Pines from the Bitcoin Policy Institute. I'll drop a link below if you would like to join. It's free to attend. But the U.S. is in a position to upgrade its monetary reserves into a perfectly scarce asset. Is this a guaranteed outcome? No. Are there hurdles to establishing a national strategic Bitcoin reserve? Absolutely. But it's the right move for America. I'm looking forward to diving into this with Connor Brown from Senator Cynthia Lummis' team and unpacking what's next for U.S. Bitcoin policy. Thanks for watching, everyone, and see you next time.